What if the secret to living to 100 isn't hidden in expensive supplements or complicated medical procedures, but in a simple 7-minute routine that starts at 7 a.m. every single morning? Today, you're going to discover the exact 7-step morning ritual that centenarians around the world practice religiously, and by tomorrow morning, you could be on your way to adding decades to your life. The third step in this sequence is so powerful that Harvard researchers have dubbed it the longevity switch. Yet nearly 90% of Americans over 60 completely ignore it every single day. Gladys Chen from San Francisco just turned 102 last week, and when her granddaughter asked about her morning routine, Gladys smiled and tapped her watch showing exactly 7 a.m. She's followed the same 7 steps for over 30 years, rain or shine. These aren't complicated medical procedures or expensive treatments, but simple actions that take less time than brewing your morning coffee. Ritual 1. The hydration reset. The very first thing centenarians do when they wake up isn't reaching for coffee or checking their phone. It's something far more crucial for cellular health and longevity. Research conducted by the Johns Hopkins Longevity Center reveals that proper morning hydration can reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease by up to 41% in adults over 60. Your body loses approximately 16 to 24 ounces of water while you sleep through breathing and natural metabolic processes, leaving your cells dehydrated and your organs working overtime just to maintain basic functions. When you wake up dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker, forcing your heart to pump harder and putting unnecessary strain on your cardiovascular system. The Mayo Clinic's cardiology department found that seniors who begin their day with proper hydration show significantly better blood pressure readings and improve circulation throughout the entire day. Frank Rodriguez, a 98-year-old from Arizona, drinks exactly 16 ounces of room-temperature water within 5 minutes of waking up. His doctor recently told him his blood work looks better than most 70-year-olds. Here's exactly what you need to do starting tomorrow morning. Keep a 16-ounce glass of room-temperature water next to your bed tonight and drink the entire glass within the first 5 minutes of waking up. Room-temperature water is absorbed faster than cold water, and your body doesn't have to work to warm it up. Add a pinch of sea salt if you want to enhance mineral absorption, but plain water works perfectly fine for most people. If you continue waking up and reaching for coffee first, you're compounding the dehydration problem and forcing your kidneys and liver to work harder when they should be focusing on cellular repair and regeneration. Your cardiovascular system suffers, your energy drops, and you're essentially aging faster with each passing day. Don't wait another morning. Start hydrating your body properly right now. Ritual 2. The gratitude moment. The second ritual practiced by nearly every centenarian involves spending exactly 90 seconds in gratitude, and the scientific evidence behind this practice is absolutely remarkable. Harvard Medical School's Department of Psychiatry conducted a comprehensive study following over 7,000 adults for more than a decade, discovering that people who practice daily gratitude showed 23% lower levels of cortisol, the stress hormone that accelerates aging. When cortisol levels remain elevated, particularly in seniors, it leads to chronic inflammation, weakened immune function, and increased risk of heart disease and diabetes. Dr. Robert Emmons from the University of California, working with Harvard researchers, found that seniors who practice morning gratitude experience improved sleep quality, better immune function, and significantly lower rates of depression and anxiety. The key is consistency and timing, with morning gratitude proving most effective because it sets a positive neurological pattern for the entire day. Mildred Washington, age 101 from Georgia, spends her first 90 seconds awake thinking of 3 specific things she's grateful for. Her family doctor says her mental clarity and emotional stability are extraordinary for someone her age. Your brain is most receptive to positive programming within the first few minutes after waking, before the stress and worries of the day begin flooding your thoughts. Simply sit on the edge of your bed after drinking your water and identify 3 specific things you're genuinely grateful for. They can be as simple as a comfortable bed, a working refrigerator, or a phone call from a friend yesterday. The key is being specific rather than general and feeling the genuine emotion of appreciation. Without this positive mental reset, your brain defaults to worry and stress, flooding your system with cortisol and other stress hormones that break down your body at the cellular level. Chronic stress literally shortens your telomeres, the protective caps on your chromosomes, causing accelerated aging and increased disease risk. Transform your mental health and longevity starting tomorrow morning. Ritual 3, the longevity switch. This third ritual is what Harvard researchers call the longevity switch, and it's the most powerful anti-aging technique you can practice without spending a single dollar. The Harvard School of Public Health conducted groundbreaking research showing that specific breathing techniques can increase cellular oxygenation by up to 15%, while simultaneously activating the parasympathetic nervous system, which controls healing and regeneration. When you breathe correctly first thing in the morning, you're literally switching on your body's repair mechanisms and extending your cellular lifespan. Most people over 60 breathe shallow, using only the top portion of their lungs, which means their cells are chronically oxygen deprived. Dr. Andrew Weil, working with Harvard Medical School, documented that proper breathing techniques can lower blood pressure, reduce inflammation, and improve immune function within just 2 weeks of consistent practice. The technique Centenarians use is called the 4-7-8 method, and it's incredibly simple, yet remarkably effective. Stanley Kim, a 99-year-old from California, has practiced this breathing technique every morning for 15 years. His pulmonologist says his lung function is better than most 75-year-olds. Here's the exact technique used by centenarians worldwide. Sit comfortably and breathe in through your nose for exactly 4 counts. Hold your breath for 7 counts, then exhale through your mouth for 8 counts. Repeat this cycle exactly 4 times, which takes approximately 2 minutes. The counting forces you to slow down your breathing and fully oxygenate your blood, while the extended exhale activates your body's relaxation response and reduces stress hormones. If you skip this critical step, you're missing the most powerful, free anti-aging tool available to you every single day. Shallow breathing keeps your body in a constant state of low-level stress, accelerating cellular aging and weakening your immune system. Your organs receive less oxygen, your brain functions less efficiently, and your body remains in survival mode rather than healing mode. Start activating your longevity switch tomorrow morning. Ritual 4, the joint awakening. The 4th ritual focuses on joint mobility and flexibility, which determines whether you'll be walking independently at 90 or struggling with basic movement. Research from the Mayo Clinic's Department of Orthopedic Surgery shows that seniors who spend just 3 minutes on morning joint mobility exercises reduce their risk of falls by 34% and maintain significantly better range of motion throughout their lives. Your joints naturally stiffen during sleep as synovial fluid thickens, and without proper morning movement, this stiffness compounds daily, leading to chronic pain and limited mobility. The key is gentle, purposeful movement that lubricates your joints and activates the muscles that support proper posture and balance. Johns Hopkins researchers found that morning joint exercises are 3 times more effective than evening routines, because your body is more responsive to movement patterns established early in the day. These simple movements also stimulate blood flow to cartilage, which doesn't have its own blood supply and relies on movement for nutrition and waste removal. Dorothy Martinez, age 104 from Texas, does the same 5 joint movements every morning and still gardens and walks unassisted. Her orthopedic doctor calls her mobility exceptional for any age. Start with gentle neck rolls in both directions, then shoulder rolls backward and forward. Next, do gentle spinal twists while seated, followed by ankle circles and knee lifts while holding on to a sturdy surface. Each movement should be slow and controlled, never forcing or pushing through pain. The entire sequence takes less than 3 minutes and can be done right beside your bed or in any small space. Without proper morning joint mobility, you're allowing stiffness and inflammation to build up day after day, leading to chronic pain, reduced range of motion, and increased fall risk. Cartilage begins breaking down when joints don't move through their full range regularly, and once cartilage is damaged, it rarely regenerates. Your independence and quality of life depend on maintaining joint health, starting right now. Ritual 5. The brain activation. The 5th ritual involves activating your brain before your body becomes fully engaged with daily activities, and the neurological benefits are extraordinary. Johns Hopkins Neurological Institute research demonstrates that seniors who engage in specific morning cognitive exercises show 27% slower rates of cognitive decline and significantly better memory retention compared to those who don't. Your brain is most neuroplastic, meaning adaptable and capable of forming new connections during the first hour after waking, making this the optimal time for mental stimulation. The exercises centenarians use are simple but highly effective at stimulating multiple brain regions simultaneously. Harvard Medical School's neurology department found that combining memory, attention, and problem-solving tasks in the morning creates new neural pathways and strengthens existing ones. This mental exercise routine doesn't require any special equipment or technology, just your focused attention for approximately 2 minutes. Benjamin Foster, a 103-year-old retired teacher from Maine, does mental math and word puzzles every morning before getting dressed. His neurologist says his cognitive function is sharper than many people in their 70s. Try this simple but powerful sequence starting tomorrow. First, count backward from 100 by 7s as quickly as you can. Then, name one item for each letter of the alphabet in a specific category like foods, animals, or cities. Finally, recall what you ate for dinner 3 days ago, including as many details as possible. These exercises force different parts of your brain to work together, creating new neural connections and strengthening cognitive reserve. If you skip mental stimulation in the critical morning hours, you're missing the prime opportunity to build cognitive resilience against age-related decline. Your brain literally shrinks without regular challenge, and neural pathways become less efficient over time. Memory problems, confusion, and slower thinking aren't inevitable parts of aging when you actively maintain your cognitive health. Start building your mental strength every single morning. Ritual 6, the Purpose Declaration. The 6th ritual practiced by centenarians involves declaring your daily purpose, and research shows this simple practice can add years to your life. Stanford University's Longevity Center conducted extensive studies revealing that seniors with a clear daily purpose live an average of 7 years longer than those without direction. When you start each day with intentional purpose, your brain releases dopamine and other neurotransmitters that improve mood, boost immune function, and reduce inflammation throughout your body. The key is specificity and personal meaning, rather than grand gestures or complicated goals. Northwestern University researchers found that even simple daily purposes, like helping a neighbor or completing a meaningful task, provide the same longevity benefits as larger life missions. Your purpose doesn't need to be earth-shattering. It just needs to be personally meaningful and give you a reason to engage fully with the day ahead. Catherine O'Brien, age 98 from Illinois, starts each morning by stating one specific way she'll help someone else that day. Her family doctor notes her remarkable mental health and positive outlook despite her age. Sit quietly after your brain exercises and ask yourself one simple question. What one meaningful thing will I accomplish today? Your answer might be calling a friend who's been lonely, organizing a single drawer, reading for 30 minutes, or preparing a special meal. Speak your purpose out loud in a complete sentence, such as, "Today, I will organize my medicine cabinet to help myself stay healthy." Or, "Today, I will call my sister to strengthen our relationship." Without daily purpose, you're drifting through your days rather than living them intentionally, which leads to depression, anxiety, and a sense of meaninglessness that accelerates aging. Research shows that people without purpose have higher levels of inflammatory markers and weakened immune systems. Your brain thrives on having goals and direction, releasing beneficial chemicals when you're working towards something meaningful. Give yourself a reason to thrive starting tomorrow morning. Ritual 7. The sunlight connection. The seventh and final ritual requires stepping outside for natural sunlight exposure, and this practice is absolutely non-negotiable for healthy aging. Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health research shows that seniors who get morning sunlight exposure have 40% better sleep quality, stronger bones, and significantly lower rates of depression compared to those who stay indoors. Morning sunlight exposure regulates your circadian rhythm, which controls virtually every biological function in your body, from hormone production to cellular repair. The timing is crucial, because morning sunlight contains specific wavelengths that signal your brain to stop producing melatonin and start producing serotonin and other daytime hormones. The Mayo Clinic's endocrinology department found that just 10 minutes of morning sunlight provides adequate vitamin D synthesis for most seniors, while also improving calcium absorption and bone density. This natural light exposure also helps regulate your internal clock, leading to better sleep, improved mood, and more efficient metabolism. Harold Thompson, age 101 from Colorado, spends exactly 10 minutes on his front porch every morning, regardless of weather. His doctor says his vitamin D levels and bone density are remarkable for his age. Step outside within 30 minutes of completing your other morning rituals and spend at least 10 minutes in natural sunlight. You don't need to stare at the sun or be in direct sunlight the entire time. Just be outdoors where natural light can reach your eyes and skin. If weather is truly prohibitive, sit by a large window, but outdoor exposure is significantly more beneficial. Even on cloudy days, you're getting exponentially more light than indoor lighting provides. Staying indoors all morning disrupts your natural circadian rhythm, leading to poor sleep, hormonal imbalances, and increased risk of depression and anxiety. Vitamin D deficiency is epidemic among seniors, contributing to bone loss, muscle weakness, and increased infection risk. Your body evolved to need natural light, and without it, virtually every system begins functioning less efficiently. Make this sunlight connection a non-negotiable part of your morning routine. These 7 rituals, performed in sequence starting at 7 a.m., create a powerful foundation for longevity and vitality that compounds over time. The centenarians who practice these steps aren't lucky or genetically gifted. They're simply consistent with evidence-based practices that support healthy aging. You can start with just one ritual tomorrow and add another each week, or implement all 7 at once if you're ready for transformation. Which of these 7 rituals will you commit to starting tomorrow morning? Leave a comment below and let me know which one resonates most with you. And if this information could help someone you care about, please share this video with them right now. Every senior deserves to know these simple but powerful secrets to living a longer, healthier, more vibrant life.